there, Stefani here. You wanna do some yoga with me? You wanna come fly with me? Woo! Come fly away. Okay, but for real. Hi there, I'm Stefani. We're about to do some Vinyasa Flow Yoga. So we're gonna get a little sweaty. We're gonna start out a little stretchy, then get a little sweaty, then get a little stretchy again, and we're gonna add in a little crazy pose or two in there. So all you need is a mat, some water, your body, a smile, lots of breathing, and a great attitude. Don't forget to check out our website, check out our YouTube channel, subscribe, like, follow, do all those fun things. And here we go. So we're not really gonna start like this. I'm gonna sit. So this is gonna be my front. You can choose wherever you want your front to be. We're gonna sit up really tall, roll shoulders back. Make sure you feel your sits bones on the floor. Pull your bellies in, so you don't wanna be up so tall that you're arching forward. Just sit up nice and tall, yet naturally. Rolling shoulders back, close your eyes. Keep your neck nice and straight, nice and long. And start to take long, deep breaths in through your nose and out through the back of your throat. So you're aiming for that Darth Vader-like sound coming from the back of your throat. And if you're like, I have no idea how to do that or what that means, that's totally okay, just breathe. Because all that matters is that you keep long, steady breaths going the whole time. On your next inhale, lift your shoulders all the way up into your ears. And exhale, roll your shoulders down and back. Let's go again. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, roll shoulders down and back. And then start to circle your head around slowly. Keeping your spine straight, keeping your shoulders down. And reverse your circles. You know, you don't have to be in a yoga class or on a yoga mat to do a lot of these poses and stretches. You can do this at your desk. You can do this on the couch in between your binging, your episode binging, that is. And come back to the center. Take a deep breath and reach your arms up. Spread your fingers, press your shoulders down. You can keep eyes closed if you'd like, or open them. I have this beautiful view in front of me of the ocean. I'm in the Caribbean. Just kidding, I wish. Bring your right hand down to the floor next to you and reach your left arm up and over. Now I'm just gonna face you so you can see that I have my right arm, which is gonna be your left arm. Let me just mirror you. It is relaxed, my shoulder is down. I'm reaching over. A lot of times I see people do this and they're just hanging out on their shoulder, or for some bizarre reason, their hand is way back here and they're just over here hanging out. I don't know what they're doing. You wanna relax your shoulder. Bring your elbow down towards the floor. Keep pressing your shoulder down. Maybe look up to the ceiling. If it hurts your neck, don't look up to the ceiling. Just look straight or look down. And then come back up to the center, reach both arms up, spread your fingers, press your shoulders down, and then bring your left hand down and reach over. Relax your shoulder. And come back to the center. Reach forward, walk your fingertips out, and fold over your legs. So it doesn't matter which leg is on top because we're gonna switch in a moment. Just keep walking your fingertips forward, and if you notice that your hips start to come up, put those bad boys back down. Maybe you don't walk out as far, or maybe you use those hands and press into the floor with your booty as you're reaching forward. Roll up. And then switch legs, putting the other one in front. Told you we'd get there. And then walk your hands back out. And roll back up. Take your feet out in front. Now, if you happen to have any blocks or books nearby, you might want to use them. And you can choose which level to use them on at. So either the tallest, nope, this would be the tallest. You probably don't want to use the tallest, and you'll see why. You're going to be balancing on them a little bit. So you can do middle or lowest, okay? But you might not even need it. First, you're going to take your hands, fingers are forward, palms are down, your feet are hips distance apart, and just press your hips up for a reverse tabletop. Press your shoulders back. You can drop your head if that feels good. And then bring your hips down. Lengthen your spine, lift your legs up. Now you can hold right here using your hands for support, or you can come onto your fingertips, or you can bring your hands behind your knees, or you can reach your arms forward, or you can straighten your legs, and then you can reach your arms forward. So whatever works for you, you have a buffet of options. Okay, so just pick something off the buffet that works for you. Keep your spine nice and straight. See if you can keep those legs straight, or you can, of course, go ahead and bend them. And then bring your hands back down, bring your feet down, press up. And then bring the hands down. We haven't done the part yet that might require blocks or books. So just start getting excited about that. And then bring the feet down. Bring your hands down. Lift your hips up. So here it comes. I'll do it first without blocks and then show you how you can use the blocks. So you're gonna bring your hips down. You wanna pull your abs in. Lift your toes up. So you're trying to clear the floor with your bum. So you're gonna scoot your hips back through your hands. Okay, so hips are elevated. Try not to round over. Your heels are on the floor. And then clearing the floor, you're gonna come back up. Now, if that didn't work, if maybe there's some shorter arms out there, you can always use your blocks to help elevate you. You can come up and you can go through, okay? So come back up and then come down, press through and hold here. Now you're gonna lift one leg. So again, you can totally do this on the floor. It's just gonna be a little bit harder. Lift one leg. Also, if this does not feel great on your wrists, you can go on your fists. Put that foot down. Come back up. And then hips down, abs in, lift feet or toes, and then press back, and then lift your other leg. And then put it down. And then come back up. You're getting a great tricep workout, that's for sure. Whew. Okay, now you're gonna think I'm crazy, and I'm not. Well, I am a little, but I'm totally serious when I say press those hips through and then lift both legs. Whew. And then come back through one more time. Don't worry, you don't have to do that again, but if you want to, I fully support you. And then bring hips down. Relax. You can move blocks over or books over if you were using them. Shake out your wrists, circle them. You can interlace fingers and then do a little hand dance. And then either roll over your ankles or you can swing legs around. Come onto all fours. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Spread your fingers. Take a deep breath in. Look up and arch your back, pressing your shoulders down. And exhale, round your back. Pull your bellies in, tuck your tailbone. Press your spine to the ceiling. Inhale, look up and arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, look up and arch. Exhale, round. Come back to neutral. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees up. So you're in a bit of a panther here. So your knees are just a couple of inches off the floor. Spread those shoulder blades. Pull your abs in. We want to be able to eat dinner off of your back. Not just something stable on a plate. We're talking like hot soup in a very fragile piece of china. From there, you can drop your china and press your hips all the way up and back into downward dog and start to pedal your heels. Relax your shoulders away from your ears, maybe a slight bend in your elbows. Make sure you are breathing. And then come up really high on your toes. You can walk in place on your toes. It's another way to stretch out your toes. You can roll them. Keep your bellies pulled in and roll forward into plank. Adjust as needed. So you want to squeeze everything. You're squeezing your booty, legs, engaging your thighs, your quads. Shoulder blades are nice and spread, meaning you don't want to be sinking like so and squeezing your shoulder blades together. Press that spine up. And then press back. Down dog. Press your heels down, lift your toes up. So if you need to walk your feet forward a tiny bit, please do. If you need to bend your knees a little bit, please do. And then slowly walk your feet all the way to the front of your mat. Keep your feet a few inches apart. Soften your knees, just hang over. You can grab opposite elbows. You can grab opposite shoulders. You can grab behind your head. You can grab around your legs. Just make sure you're breathing. You can pedal out your heels if you'd like. Sometimes I like to just shake out my legs, wake them up a little. And then keeping your knees soft, press into the floor with your heels and roll all the way up. Reach your arms up. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Make sure you hinge at your hips. Look up halfway. Press against your shins. Press the crown of your head forward. And fold. Roll up. Reach arms up. Bring your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press the heels of your hands together. Take a deep breath in. You can arch your back if you'd like. And then fold all the way over. Drop your head down. Release your hands. Look up halfway. Fold. Bend your knees. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders. Step back into plank. It is chaturanga time. You can stay on your toes, go directly from your plank, or if you need to bend your knees, please bend your knees. Just make sure you're bending your elbows and they're landing directly over your wrists. Untuck your toes, press up, upward dog. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Press shoulders down and back. And then press back, down dog. Come up high on your toes. Bend your knees, look forward, step or float your feet between your hands. Look up halfway. Fold, roll up, reach arms up. Bring hands to your heart. Fold. Look up halfway. Fold, bend the knees, plant the hands, step back plank, chaturanga. Press up. Press back, down dog. Come up high on your toes, bend your knees, press your hips back, press your shoulders back, look forward, step or float your feet. Look up halfway. Fold. Roll up. Reach arms up. Bring hands to your heart. Fold. Look up halfway. Fold. Now, if you would like to float back into your chaturanga, make sure that when you're floating back, you float back and land with bent arms. So you don't just want to land in a plank with straight arms, same way you wouldn't land with totally straight legs if you're doing jump squats. You want to land in your squat. So we're going to jump back in our chaturanga. Untuck toes, press up, press back. Come up high on toes, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Look up halfway. Fold. Roll up. Reach arms up. Bring hands to your heart. Fold. Look up halfway. Fold, step or float back. Now here's something else for you if you would like more. You can do a double chaturanga. So from your upward dog, you would tuck your toes, pull your abs in, come back down into a chaturanga, press up into a plank, then press back. Come up high on toes, bend, look, float. Look up halfway. Fold, roll up, reach arms up. Bring hands to your heart. Are you getting warmed up yet? Fold, hope so. Look up halfway. Fold, step or float back. Remember, float into chaturanga. Untuck toes, press up. If you want that double chaturanga, retuck your toes, come back down, press back up, press back. Hold it here. Lift your right leg straight back behind you. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. You just don't want those shoulders way up into your ears. Relax them, flex your right foot. Keep pressing your left heel down. And then open your hips up. So keep your shoulders squared to the floor while you're opening your hips. And then bend your right leg. Drop your heel back. So you're pointing your right knee up to the ceiling. And then straighten that leg. Bring it down. Lift your left leg straight back. Flex your foot. Wiggle your toes. Your right toes. And then open hips. Square off those shoulders. So I know you want to open your left shoulder, but put that thing back down. And then bend your left leg. Open your hips even more and keep trying to press that left shoulder down. I know it wants to come up. Resist. Straighten that leg. Bring it down. Move forward, plank. Chaturanga. Press up. And press back. Remember, you can do your double. But don't tire yourself out too much. We need those arms for later. Lift your right leg. Step it forward. Sink your hips down. So if you need to adjust your feet, you can take them out a little bit wider sideways for balance. Reach your arms up. Now this is going to be quite delicious, especially if you're spending lots of time at your desk, at the computer, hunched over the remote control. Take a deep breath in, straighten that back leg. When you exhale, spread those fingers, pull your elbows down and squeeze your shoulder blades. So you want big spread fingers, jazz hands, spirit fingers. Even though you're arching, still keep those abs active. Tuck your tailbone a little. Make it more about squeezing those shoulder blades than fully arching your back. Reach the arms up. Open warrior two, so you're dropping your left heel down. Use as much of your mat as possible. Sink down low. Make sure your right knee is not rolling in. It tends to do that. Make sure you can wiggle your right toes, your front toes. Press your shoulders down. In warrior two, make sure you're not surfing forward. Technically, the beaches, they're open, but we want to stay away from the crowds. So keep your surfing close to home if you're really going to be doing that. Shoulders over, hips, sink low. I say all this to keep you here for a really long time. Flip your front palm, reach forward, reverse your warrior. So you're pressing into the outside of that left leg. Keep bending. A lot of times people start to reverse and then their right leg straightens. That can happen sometimes on purpose. We want it, but right now we don't want it. Windmill the arms all the way down to the front. Step back into plank. Chaturanga. Remember, if you ever need to skip your chaturanga, maybe because of wrist issues, shoulder issues, desire issues, you may lift your left leg. But if you're skipping it just because it's hard, I don't know about that one. Reach arms up. Make sure your hips are squared to whatever front you're facing. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, pull those elbows down, squeeze shoulder blades. And then reach arms up. Open into warrior two. I'm gonna have my back to you for just a sec. Make sure you're not surfing. So keep those hips over, under your shoulders. And then a lot of times, this hip likes to come up. We wanna keep it right here, nice and square. Shoulders are down. Flip your left palm, reach forward, reverse. Keep making sure that left leg is pressing to the left and the outside of your right foot is pressing into the floor. We're reaching. Now when you reach, you also don't need to drop your head back. You want to have a nice long neck that's following your spine. Windmill the arms all the way down. Step back plank. Chaturanga. Press up. Press back. Lift your right leg. Step forward. Reach arms up. Now, if you need a block for anything, of course, use it. You might need it for something like half moon, which is coming. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, pull elbows down. Reach arms up. Open, warrior two. Always adjust feet as needed, meaning take them wider. Flip your front palm, reach forward, reverse. From here, pull your abs in, take a deep breath in. When you exhale, you're pushing off into half moon. So you're gonna bend that left leg, push off. Whew. That was not a beautiful example. Fingertips are on the floor. Your left toes are facing the left. So you're making an L shape with your legs and your feet. Reach your left arm up. If that doesn't feel great on your shoulder, you can always put your left arm down or put your left hand on your hip and you can guide your left hip back. Just make sure you're breathing. You can look down at the floor. If you want it a little bit more challenging, you can look out, or the most challenging, looking up. Woo, changing your gaze can just change the game. Take a deep breath in. When you exhale, circle your left hand down, bring your left foot down to meet your right, sink your hips down, sit in a chair. Reach your arms up. See if they can go in line with your ears. Keep your neck nice and long. Tuck your tailbone slightly. Sink down low. If this doesn't feel good on your shoulders, you can bring your hands to your heart. You can reach forward. Just keep sitting your hips back. I like to wiggle my toes the whole time. Take a deep breath in. When you exhale, your right leg is going to shoot back, warrior three. So, you may notice I brought my hands to my heart. I love that one. If you want other options, you have them. You can take your arms to the sides, to the back, interlace, football goals to the sides. The most challenging, reaching your arms forward. Another one, which really helps keep things in line and aligned, bringing your fingertips behind your head as if you're about to do some crunches. Whew. Take a deep breath in. When you exhale, bend your left leg. Step far back onto your right foot, big crescent lunge, and bring your hands down. Step back, plank, chaturanga. Press up. Press back. Lift your left leg. Yep, that was all on the right side. Step your left foot forward. Reach your arms up. And pull your elbows down. If you find that you're wobbling, take your feet sideways. Reach arms back up. Open, warrior two. Flip your left palm, reach forward, reverse. Take a deep breath in. Pull abs in, exhale, push off. Your right leg shoots back. So I'm just gonna turn around. So your right foot is facing towards the right. Oh, I know why I was wobbly before. That was my bad leg. So keep pressing your right hip back. You can use your hand to guide it back, or of course, reach your right hand up. Make sure you're not sinking down into your legs. You want to keep lifting up out of that left leg. And then circle your right hand down. Bring your right foot down to meet your left. Relief. Reach arms up. It's very rare that a chair pose equals relief, but it does when you've been balancing on one leg. Pull your abs in. Sink your hips back. Imagine your knees are between a wall or two walls and you're pressing into those walls. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, your left leg shoots back, warrior three. Remember, you have that huge buffet of options for your hands, so you could have kept them out in front. What we don't want is your hands are here and it's like you're flying. You want to try to keep your arms in line with your ears if you're reaching out. And then bend your right leg. Step far back onto your left foot. Bring your hands down. Step back, plank, chaturanga. Press up and press back. Downward dog. Lift your right leg. Step it forward. Reach your arms up. And then pull your elbows down. Inhale, reach arms back up. Open, warrior two. Make sure you're breathing. Flip your front palm, reach forward, reverse it. And then take a deep breath in. Exhale, push off, half moon, right fingertips are down. And of course, if you can push off without your left leg staggering forward, that's ideal. Now, you have more options. You can keep that left arm reaching up. You can reach it forward. You can bend your left leg, reach back and grab your left foot. Just make sure when you do this, you're still opening your hips. I see a lot of people bend down like this just to grab the foot and then they stay here. And then we're not doing our half moon opening the hips anymore. Release your foot. Circle your left hand down. Bring your left foot down, sit in a chair. Deep breath in. Sink down low. And then deep breath in again. Exhale, your right leg shoots back, warrior three. Try to level out your hips. And if you're wobbling a lot, make sure your standing leg is straight. But then we're bending it. Bend your left leg. Step far back onto your right foot, crescent lunge. Bring your hands to your heart. Sink even lower. Twist to your left. So you're gonna take your right elbow outside of your left knee. And then twist more to get your thumbs in the center of your chest. From here, you're gonna drop your right knee. Now make sure when you drop it, you don't drop it and bring it forward. You wanna keep it way back there. Drop it, press your hips down, untuck your toes. Still twisting. And then we're gonna open the arms. So you're pressing your hips forward and then circle your left hand down. Bring your hands together, reach your arms up. Bring your hands down, fingertips come to the floor. Tuck your right toes, straighten your right leg and push off, standing split. So while you're here, you're trying to close or square your hips. So there's two ways you can do that. You can focus on dropping your right hip, or you can focus even more on taking your left hip bone and lifting it up. And that will help square off your hips. So while you're here, you can balance. Whew. You can bend your right knee into your nose a few times. Get a nice stretch. You can take hands off the floor. And then take a deep breath in. Exhale and stand all the way up, balancing, bringing your right knee up. Whew. Flex your right foot, reach arms up. Take your right ankle, bring it above your left knee, and then sit your hips back. So you can bring your hands to your heart. You can bring your arms down. You can bring your hands all the way down. You can bring your hips all the way down if you want, but you have to get back up. Preferably the same way that you got down. So when you are ready, start to come back up. Bring the right knee up, flex your foot. You're gonna take a big step back. Open your hips and straighten your legs. So your left foot is facing front, your right foot is facing out. Reach your arms out, reach forward, come into triangle. So I see triangle all the time where people are like, their main goal is, let me touch the floor. But your body is completely out of alignment when you do that. So you wanna keep your body in one straight plane. The best thing to do is reach your arms out, reach forward, and then you just tilt your upper body. From there, if you can reach down a tiny bit more without folding your body forward, go for it. But usually, as far as you reach, that's where you're gonna land. Circle your right hand down. Bend your left leg. Step far back. Chaturanga. Press up. Press back. Lift your left leg. Step it forward. Reach your arms up. Bring your elbows down. Inhale, reach arms up. And then exhale, open warrior two. Flip your left palm, reach forward, reverse your warrior. Take a deep breath in, pull abs in. When you exhale, push off, half moon. So remember, you're trying to take your right hip back, bring your left hip forward. You can reach your right arm up or over, or bend your right leg and grab your foot. And then release it. Circle the right hand down. Bring your right foot down. Sink down into a chair. Reach your arms up. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Your left leg shoots back. Whew. because I was looking at y'all. Send that left leg back. Arms of choice, just keep them strong. Try not to let them just hang. If they hang, someone could just come push you over, or a gust of wind could come by. Bend your right leg, step far back onto your left foot. Reach arms up. Bring your hands to your heart. Sink even lower. Twist, taking the outside of your left arm against the outside of your right leg, and then see if you can move your thumbs to the center of your chest. Drop your left knee, untuck your toes. Separate those arms. Bring your right hand down. Reach both arms up. Take a little back bend, press those hips forward, and then bring hands down. Fingertips on the floor. Tuck your left toes. Push off, standing split. Lift that right hip up to square off your hips. You can bend that left knee into your nose. Or balance, or just walk your fingertips back. And then take a deep breath in. Exhale and stand all the way up without putting that left foot down. Reach arms up. Take your left ankle, bring it above your right knee. Sit your hips back. You can bring hands down. You can bring hips down. You can try the balance here, the 3-clap balance. You can try more than 3 claps. Come back up. Bring your left knee up. Step far back, open hips. Straighten out your legs. Reach forward. Come into triangle. Remember to keep your body in one straight plane, nothing sticking out. And reach that arm over your head. Circle it down. Bend the right leg. Step far back. Chaturanga. Press up. Press back. Downward dog. Now, if you wanted to do that 1, 2, 10 more times, I fully support you. You can always do it completely on your own as many times as you would like. For now, we're coming down into child's pose. Knees can be together or apart. Untuck your toes, sit your hips back, walk your fingertips out in front. You can bring your forehead to the mat. You can bring the side of your head to the mat. If you do that, you might just want to switch sides halfway through. And just slow down your breath. So take your right arm over to the left and your left arm over to the right. You're just going to crisscross them. Your palms are up. You're really reaching them out to the side. Feels so good on your shoulders. You can just drop your head down. And then just switch arms. You can just take one of them and bring it in front. Release those arms. Roll up. Come into a deep squat. So you're gonna take your feet as wide as your mat, turning your toes out, and then drop your hips down. So our crazy pose is going to be a crow, but we're gonna add something to it. I said you were gonna come fly with me. So you don't have to crow, but if you wanna crow, I'm gonna walk you through it, and then we're gonna get our head down to the floor. The headstand is optional, so we're gonna bring our heads down as if we're about to do a tripod headstand with your hands on the sides and then your head on the floor. But we're just gonna get down there. You do not have to lift your legs up, okay? What we're really trying to do is get our head down and then come back up into crow, which I'm not gonna lie, it's not easy. Because gravity wants to bring your feet back down as soon as you come up. We're gonna not let it. So, if you are a crow pro, like a GoPro, you can go ahead and crow, practice your crowing. If you need some crowing assistance, here we go. You're gonna plant your hands. You wanna make sure you spread your fingers. If you put your fingers together, you're just decreasing your base. You want a nice wide base. I like to bring my heels together, then get my elbows down low, bring my knees up against the outsides of my arms. Then you're gonna shift forward. Don't even think about lifting up your feet yet. I just want you to practice getting down low and then lifting up, pulling your abs in, getting your elbows over your wrists, okay? You can't crow if your elbows are way back here, okay? But we wanna start back here and then roll forward or shift forward. Also, when you go forward, you lift that booty, pull your abs in, and then you look forward slightly. From here, you have to make sure there's no weight in your feet before you start lifting up. If there's weight in your feet, you're gonna do the springboard. Whee! Roller coaster. Okay, the amusement park is not open yet. So, stay away from those roller coasters. Go forward, pull abs in. It's as if I've literally just taken my fist and punched you nicely in the stomach. You're gonna go forward, lift, and then you can start practicing with one foot up and then the other foot. And then when you're ready, you're gonna bring both feet up. Now, if you're newer to crowing, you can totally just practice that and come to the next part next time. If you want to, and by the way, ladies or gents, if you have a bobby pin on the top of your head for any reason, you might wanna remove that because that's not gonna feel good. So there's two ways we can practice this, because again, the part we're really trying to master is coming back up, not going down. Going down is actually the easy part. So there's two things. We can either get into our crow and then put our head down. Or if that freaks you out and you're not ready for that, you can just get low, put your head down first, and then lift your feet up, okay? So remember, we're not worrying about getting our legs up, like to the ceiling. Not yet, not now. Whew. So what we're gonna try to really do once you get your head down is, you wanna get those feet high off the floor because they're gonna wanna touch the floor as soon as you get up. You're gonna press to the floor with the heels of your hands, take a deep breath in, and then when you exhale, you start to roll back onto the heels of your hands. You start to lift your head, lift your head, lift your head, and come up. But then gravity wants to just put your feet back down and then have you land like so. But we're gonna try not to do that. So let's try it. And if you need cushion for your head, by all means, put that pillow down or a towel or something, or roll up your mat. But very carefully, put your head down. Okay, and the higher you can get your knees up on your arms, the better. Try to glue your feet together. Take a very deep breath in. When you exhale, roll back onto your hands. Come back up, and then as soon as you're up, push away from the floor to try to stay up before you bring your feet down. Now your turn. I'll wait. Okay. Did you do it? Awesome. Okay, then, when you're done crowing, And coming back up from your crow, you're gonna lay down on the floor. That was invigorating. Okay, hug your knees in and rock side to side. And then bring both knees over to the right. Stretch your left arm out. Look to the left. You can use your right arm or hand to press your legs down. And I want to know how that get up from the crow went. Be sure to leave us your comments and tell us how it went. Takes a lot of core strength, that's for sure. Whew. Okay, bring knees all the way over to the left, press them down, stretch your right arm out to the right. And come back to the center. Stretch your legs all the way up to the ceiling. Press your lower back into the floor. Reach up and just grab your legs and pull them closer to you, keeping your lower back pressing into the floor. I know you want to lift that tailbone, but try not to. Just at first, try to bring the legs closer as if you're doing a seated forward fold. And then you can lift that tailbone up and bring your legs closer. And then you can stay here with your lower back down, or if you would like a shoulder stand, let's lift hips up. And use your hands to support your lower back. If you can balance without using your hands, you can interlace your fingers. Try to straighten out your body. And then if you would like, you can bring toes behind you. And whenever you're ready, slowly lower all the way down. Legs can come down staying straight, or you can bend them and then slide them out. Flip your palms to face the ceiling. Arms are by your sides. Close your eyes. Relax your shoulders, so make sure they're pressing down towards the floor and towards your feet. Relax your chin. And just melt into your mat, breathing naturally. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes. You can circle your feet around. Stretch out your fingers. And then reach your arms all the way over your head. Take a full body stretch. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Pull your knees in. Give them a big hug. And release your knees. Roll to one side. Rest on your bottom arm. Use your top hand to press yourself all the way up. And just sit in a comfortable position. And take one more deep breath in. Reach your arms up. Exhale, bring hands together and to your heart. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you feel great. Hope you're nice and stretched out and a little sweaty. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.